Today's video is the first video I'm putting on this channel. The channel's called Cat Burglars. I just recently bought a boat, a Lund 1625 Fury XL, and we've been going out and doing a bit of catfishing, which I've catfished before, like in England and stuff when I lived there, and I did a lot of carp fishing, mainly carp fishing, but some catfishing. But here it's very different, and especially on a boat, so I have a lot to learn. But I've been going over mainly to Hoover Reservoir. I wanted to make a way that I could work out what depth I was fishing at, like, you know, for shore. So I don't know if there's another way to do it. Like I say, I always fished from the shore, and you know, I always bank fished in England, so I never had a boat, so I'm not exactly sure, you know. This is what I come up with in the end, and it works pretty well. There was a couple of things I did, so I'll show this first, but I mean, maybe it's normal, or maybe it's not, I don't know. I ain't seen anybody do it, so I thought I'd just show what I did. So I'll show how I did it in a minute, but what I did was marked a piece of tape up here at 1 foot away from here, and I'll show how I got that measurement in a minute. And then that way, like, when your weight is touching the top of the water, if you wanted it down, say, you know, 10 feet, or for this, I'll do it 4 feet, I was just going to touch the ground. If I was standing up on the boat, you know, I would just take it from here and go to that line, that's 1 foot, take it from here, go to the line, 2 foot, 3 foot. And then if I get the tape measure, if you can see it from there, and measure this, it stays pretty accurate, and you can see there, it's exactly 3 foot. So, you know, like the lake that I'm fishing, I mean, a lot of it's maybe 15 to 25 feet, you know, that I'm going to be dropping it down to, so it ain't too much to count out. But yeah, having that tape, and then just make sure that you grab it from close to the reel and stop when you get to the tape, and that way you can, you know, get your depth for sure. The other thing that I did was find out how much line it would take to wind, like 1 full wind. So I put this down onto the floor, or actually I'll pick this up till the hook's just touching the floor. And then if I do 1 full rotation on my reel, all the way back down to the bottom, and measure that, you can see 1 rotation is about 3 feet, just over. It's about 38 inches. So it's probably something you know, unless you know and you've got a different way of doing it, which if you have, like, please say in the comments. But I mean, this is the way that I worked out. So if I drop it right down to the bottom, I know it's roughly 3 foot for 1 full turn. Or if not, I can just lower it down from the top 1 foot at a time, just to my mark. And then that way I've got an accurate reading. Okay, so for that one, what I did was, I got this right to the top of the rod, and then with a Sharpie, right down here, I just made a mark right on the line here where I could see. So now there's a little black dot just, you know, on that line right at the bottom there. And come to this end, pull 1 foot of line out of here. Yeah, so I've got a foot of line out there. And now when I walk back up here, I can see my little black dot, which I'm not sure how well you can see that, but there's my black dot now that I made. And it's about right on the edge of this H, so I'm going to wrap the tape right around here by the H, and that way I know when I pull it to there, I've got 1 foot. And this is just UV tape, what lights up with UV, and then I can still see my mark here, and it's right on this H. So, I mean, you know, it don't have to be exact, but as long as it's pretty close to a foot. So I know I've got 1 foot out there. I'm going to pull 1 now, and just pull 1 more. So now I should have roughly 3 foot. The tape measure, I'll measure that. You can see it's exactly 3 feet. So yeah, it's just a good way to work out the depth. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, is that what people do there, or do you have a different way of, you know, telling what depth you're down? I'll quickly show my setup. This is the first video. So just to quickly show my setup, I used the Hellcat Patriot rods. These reels there, Subgaling or something, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but yeah. I always used either Shimano or Dawa, but I mean for this catfishing, these are like sea fishing reels. 60-pound braid on there, the multi-bars to put the rods on. I mean, these really built to last. There's some solid holders. So even this other one, my wife's reel, it's the same reel, but it's like the same brand, just a different type, you know, just a different style. And actually this one's better because these handles come off sometimes on these, so yeah, I would recommend this one, ZE 10,000. Yeah, it's a nice reel. Clutch is pretty good on it. The only difference is, if you listen, the clutch on this one is not very loud. The clutch on these is a lot louder. Hopefully you can hear that on there. So thanks very much for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I'll be putting out videos of, you know, what happens when I go to the reservoir, or, you know, when we're out fishing, and show what I can, you know, show what we catch and stuff. But yeah, same thing with the UV tape, but just put some at the end of the rods. I see, as everybody does, we've got a black light, and that way we're going to do a bit of night fishing. Yep, so thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will put out another video as soon as possible. Thank you.